everybody? It's Joe from Complex. We're in Boston at Concepts with NBA All-Star Jaylen Brown. How you doing?
I'm good.
Gonna do some sneaker shopping today. Gonna see what he's feeling, what he's not, and then hopefully he's gonna buy some sneakers.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Jaylen, I want to take it back to Atlanta coming up. Was it like a big Ed Hardy, Jordans era? I read somewhere that coming up in Atlanta, it was all about fresh Jordans and things like that. What was Atlanta like and like the style there when you were coming up?
Definitely Jordans. Everybody was like starting to get into like the waiting out and, outside the mall. I did that a couple times. Cumberland Mall.
Okay.
Yeah, waited outside the mall a bunch of times. But definitely like Air Force Ones is a huge part of our culture. They call them different stuff in different parts of the world.
G-Fazos in Chicago, yeah.
They call them Fazos in Atlanta too.
Okay, cool. And do you remember what sneaker you waited in line for at Cumberland?
A few. I rated for the Olympic 7s.
Okay, classic.
The Cement 4s, the Columbias,
okay.
The 11s.
All really good classics. And then you get to California. Is it true that like you traded in the Jordans for Birkenstocks?
Facts.
Is that true? I read that somewhere. Like the first year, freshman year, the swag was a little different. Jordans to Birkenstocks.
Nah, so true. So when I like moved from Atlanta, growing up in Atlanta, everything is so like what you wearing, what you got on, what kind of car you drive. You know, the China jeans you got on, everybody was wearing True Religion.
Yeah.
So that was a part of like the culture. When I went to Berkeley, like it was totally different. It was like almost like a breath of fresh air. It took me a while to adjust because like I would think like I'll be wearing my Jordans and everybody would think like I'm cool or whatever, and that wasn't the case. Everybody wore Vans and Birkenstocks.
I want to talk about the Pac-12 quarterfinals in 2016. Jordan PEs, do you remember these Jordan 2s? And was California a Jordan school?
Yeah.
Like, were you getting boxes and these player exclusives? Those like stuck out to me.
Yeah, for sure. So I was getting a lot of Jordans. So shout out to Mike Mayo. He was the one sending me a lot of this stuff at Cal, but they wanted me to only wear like the team Jordans that they were trying to like produce and stuff like that. And when I committed there, they told me I could wear whatever I want.
Got it.
But when I got there, they switched up on me.
During like the whole Nike thing with Kyrie, you were very outspoken where you were kind of critical of the brand. What made you be critical of them?
One, because they were removing his contract, his deal, and they were removing it for the video or whatever that he posted. And it was like it's 2023. Like we kind of know what's going on with these major corporations and companies and stuff, who they invested in and what they do behind closed doors.
Like I said, you're all about starting conversations. Are you willing to like sit with Nike and like talk through more and kind of like have the conversation both ways?
No.
No?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was gonna say, I wasn't sure, okay.
Nah, I'm always open to have a conversation and talk, and I'm always open to learn different things and speak my piece. So if somebody from Nike want to reach out, tell them to get at me.
Okay. We see like Jimmy Butler signing to Li Ning. We see Kyrie at Anta. You know, you being a sneaker free agent, I'm sure that those brands are coming after you, and like, have you talked to, can you give us any hints? Are you looking to maybe brands overseas? Are you open to that?
A little bit.
Okay.
We're working on something right now. So, I'm open to having conversations, but we're working on doing something different than usual. And that's been my whole perspective. So the people that's willing to do that are the ones I've been talking to the most.
Okay.
So, in the next coming soon, we'll see how everything kind of unravels.
Okay, awesome. You signing to Donda Sports for those few months, the Yeezy line, what did you see like that we don't get to see in terms of like the designs and like marketing?
I got to see like how his process comes to life. Also got to be one of the lead designers for Yeezy Athletics. Him and Steve Smith was cooking up some stuff. They was trying to bring imagine like a LV and a Nike collabing or something like that. The apparel versus the fashion. And like they were using me as part of to be a lot of the design and stuff like that.
And Steven Smith, people look around the walls, they don't even realize like Steven Smith designed so many of the popular models back in the day.
Yeah, that's like my guy. I spent a lot of time with him talking about design, talking about the sneakers, talking about apparel. And like me and him became like this. So
it's a good guy to have on your roster. Whatever's coming up next, good guy to have in the phone.
For sure.
I do want to talk about like that moment when you were a sneaker free agent, you were switching Pumas, New Balance, you know, you dropped 50 in the New Balance two-way. Was it fun to switch sneakers? And you were even like soliciting Twitter, like what pair should I wear this game? Was that fun switching up the brands?
It was, you know, it was fun. Because, you know, certain brands have certain fans that come with them. Like when I was wearing Puma, like people were supportive of that. When I was wearing New Balance, different people were supportive of that. When I wore Nike, people loved that, and it was good to see because like you don't really get to see that from athletes. Everybody's like either Nike or Adidas or Puma. It's very like dichotomized. And like I think the new world, what I'm envisioning is that it's gonna be a combination of everything. You know what I mean? So it's like, why do I gotta sign with just one? It's time for some change.
Okay, I feel like you're getting at something like I don't know. The wheels are spinning. So Stephen Smith, this outlook on sneaker deals. Okay, I feel like maybe we're getting close to something.
I mean, yeah. You know, at the end of the day, like I love shoes. I'm from Atlanta. It's a part of my culture. I love doing things that are different. I love trailblazing, and I think that's what I'm excited about doing. Is trying to create something new. I think there needs to be some disruption in the sneaker game because everything is kind of getting boring. The designs are getting lazy. There's no creativity. There's no authenticity. And like some of the sneakers that are out right now, some of the designs, even for athletes, is just trash. You know, so we gotta come with the originality and bring it back to like when it was like in the 90s.
Classic basketball era.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And the sneakers that was coming out and the designs that was coming out was just fire. And now I just see like it's just laziness.
Jaylen, as you can see, flooded in Bape here at Concepts, but you actually recently just got back from Tokyo and you did a lot of stuff with Bape, and like, you know, you came in with these. I noticed the juice on the heel. What's the story behind these?
Yeah, so my brand Juice is energy. It's a brand I started here in Boston. We just kind of kicked it off like 2 years ago. Opened up a store in Seaport, not too far from here, and we just been kind of just taking it off. We got a Vance and collab coming.
Awesome.
Bape, we really excited about the Bape collab. We got sneakers on the way. So, yeah.
All right, stay tuned, right?
Yeah.
Another big thing, your on-court shoes, you love custom sneakers and you love like messages. You know, you homage the great Bill Russell, and you know, we've talked about like your messages to brands, but like you also do that on your sneakers. How important is it for you to like get those messages out on those customs, and what's the process like?
You know, it depends on who you want to use for a designer, or like or artist. You know, but the process is pretty smooth. You send them down the shoes, you pay for them, and you get it done. But the reason why I like putting the message on your shoes, because like, you know, as an athlete, you know, as your platform that you get to have, you know, it's one of the times where you get to have the most influence in the world. So it makes my play, it makes me feel more, you know, comfortable. It makes me feel more purposeful in my movement. So to be able to play with messages and stuff like that mean to you just makes it more surreal.
One custom you had in the All-Star game, kind of like a full circle moment. Tracy McGrady, you had the Adidas with the mismatched red and blue and the stay humble and hungry, you know, the tweet that he kind of replied to you. What was that moment like? It's like probably like a sentimental pair for you, huh?
Oh, you did your research. So T-Mac was one of my idol growing up. You know, I wanted to be like T-Mac, going outside, you know, trying to do his moves, watching him on YouTube, watching him on TV. T-Mac was like the guy for me. So when I turned like 16, I went to Adidas camp. I got to meet him.
Wow.
And they set some time for me to just like pick his brain and talk to him and whatnot at 16. And afterwards, after we got done talking with each other, he tweeted out, "Remember, stay humble and hungry." And he tagged me. And that was just like such a big moment for me, you know, as a 16-year-old, as a kid, to have your idol, one, acknowledge you and spend time with you, but then two, publicly like co-sign you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I haven't had a lot of co-signs in my career, but T-Mac was definitely one of the first, and one that I can call to this day. So, you know, T-Mac is like a big brother. So in the All-Star game, I just felt like it felt fitting to just pay homage to him. You know, a part of my journey as a 16-year-old, from then on, just building our relationship, him being a mentor in my life. You know, so I just threw on the mismatched T-Macs, and I threw on the Remember, Humble and Hungry on the side of those, you know, just to as a dedication to him.
Absolutely. Got to talk the contract, obviously congratulations. Not even such a huge, the contract in NBA history. And then for this season, you know, we talked about in between deals and a sneaker free agent. Do you have a plan for this season for the footwear? Or are you gonna wing it, or you're like thinking about it?
I'm always thinking about it. I'm always trying to figure out what's the best move. But until then, I might just explore.
Yeah.
You know, I might have fun with it. You know, at the end of the day, it's fun.
Yep.
To me,
freedom to wear whatever you want is fun.
I feel free.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have nobody holding me down, telling me what I can and can't wear.
Yeah.
Telling me like what marketing campaign I can or can't do.
Yep.
Like, I can do what I want when I want. I got my own brand, so it's pretty cool. But at the same time, you know, if something makes sense, I'm looking for the brand of the future that want to think progressively and represent the next generation of athletes. So
definitely.
If that brand is you
hear it.
Hit my line.
Well, we talked about everything. Now's the easy part. Browse the shelves, see what you're gonna take home.
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
Hey, what's up? Can I grab you a size in anything?
Yes, please. I think I'm gonna start with these 550s.
Nice choice.
Shout out to Steve Smith. Stan Smith is a classic. But I'm gonna go with these Solomons, especially in this olive green color. That's fire.
Yeah, I love this color.
I can't go wrong with the Fazos. I don't even feel like these is like Nikes at this point. I feel like these is just like reached the class of their own. Like they're just above all brands. Like all white Air Force Ones is just like, I don't even consider this like a shoe anymore. It's just beyond that. But I'll take these.
I got you.
And I guess I'll also take the white and green pair.
Nice.
As well. The gum bottoms, these is hard.
All right, man, your total today is gonna be $39.15 and 38 cents.
Got you.
All right, Brody, you all set?
I
Got you. Let's go.
Preach.
So, Jaylen came through, got some new sneakers, dropped a lot of gems. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Appreciate you anytime.
Make sure you check them out. Huge season ahead. Thanks again.
Yes, sir.